Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having a wonderful sunny weekend. I know this won't go out the weekend, but I hope you've got to enjoy that sometime not too long ago in the past. I've got actually quite a backlog of vlogs at the moment, so lots of them are coming your way, which I hope you're enjoying. And you guys wanted everything on the run up to badminton, so you guys are getting it. Yeah, just thought I can see my breath. It's lovely and sunny, but it's been quite a frost. So the ponies have actually stayed in, much to Sprite's detest, because today Addie and I are heading off show jumping, something we have needed to do for a very, very long time, and not from lack of trying. I think there's been 3, possibly 4 events at Coleraine that have been cancelled due to weather. Well, that's not going to happen today. I mean, yeah, no, it's not going to happen today. We have, and I've not really looked to venture further afield because the weather has been pretty bad across the country on those weekends. So it's not like Coleraine's cancelled and somebody else is running. It's not been safe to sort of tow and that sort of thing. So we haven't yet got out show jumping. Now this weekend, Enquiries, which is probably not a venue I have mentioned on a vlog before. It is up near Launceston, but across. Basically, I've got to go up, not quite as far as Launceston, then go across into Cornwall. So we are still in Cornwall, but it is about an hour away, and I feel quite crazy that that's how far I'm travelling to go show jumping. But, and that I'm not at the National Equine Show. I really would have liked to have been there too with Susie and Tina, but I have prioritised training. I did think that I was going Tweezledown, obviously, next weekend, so I was even more like, I really need to get going. We have now got that extra week before Morton, which is nice. But still, I need to get some rounds under our belt. So, as I say, we're heading to Enquiries, and I have been trying to think, I don't know if I'm getting confused between Enquiries and the Grange, and whether I have actually been. I'm going to wait until I get there. I know when I'm there, I'll go, oh yeah, I've been here. Or I'll be like, no, I've never been here. Or I might have gone on foot and groomed for Kerry Ann like years and years ago. Like, probably 10 plus years ago, which is crazy. So, we are heading there. I had left quite a bit in my car, if I'm completely honest. Her boots are in here, my hat and my boots. I've got my stirrups in there, and then I've just, because the trailer had 2 horses in it on Thursday, so I thought actually it's probably going to need a little bit of a clear out. The ponies have been fed, and then I've got everything to go in, to driver going in. I think my saddle cover's in here. That can go on that little box there. I love this box, I really do. Susie got it for me for my birthday, and it is really handy because you can pop things. I'm not actually, you probably can't even see it. Let's show you a little bit closer. So you can pop things underneath it, and it is really handy. But I don't know about anybody else, but the boot is so deep that I quite struggle, and I lose that space behind if I don't put it like further forward. Not that I'm complaining. It is handy having it. Look at that blue sky backdrop. I mean, I'm in the shadow from that, but oh my goodness, look at it. Oh, it's lovely. Saddle pad going in. Then got bridle, and also got a bridle number, because I know like BD you have to wear, because it is actually British show jumping, but it's the club version. I'm going to pop you back up here. It's the club version, and I'm not sure whether you have to wear numbers or not. So I have got a number to pop onto Addie, and then I've got her massage pad as well that she can have on whilst we are walking the course. My clothes and everything are in there already from earlier, so I think that is pretty good to go. I just need to give her a little groom off and very much hope that she loads. She has been super at loading recently, but I am fully here on my own this weekend. Mum and Dad have gone away, Tina and Susie are away, Chris has got football today, so that's why he's not coming. Today's plan, sorry, this is a very long intro, is obviously working on what I did in Alex's lesson, keeping my shoulders up, keeping the canter engaged and staying straight. And yeah, I don't want to give my brain too much to sort of think about. Staying straight is, I think, a big one for me in my body, and making sure that we are straight at the fences. That's really, really important. And then, yeah, keeping my shoulders up and out of her way to make sure that she's able to lift her front end and able to bring that back end behind her. And like I say, keep that canter engaged. And I do know that when I went to camp that I do let things get strung out. So again, I need to go back to the thought process of picking somewhere where you have got a little bit more time around the course to sort of go reset. Is my canter good? Is it engaged? Is it balanced? Am I straight? And bring it all back together. So that is it's a training today, to be honest with you. I'm not going up there to be competitive. I am very much hoping that I will be able to find somebody that can film my rounds. As I say, I am going on my own. I do know that Phoebe is going up there, so I'm hoping, she's just before me, that she might have somebody on the ground that wouldn't mind just holding my phone and filming me. Otherwise this is a very pointless vlog because there's not going to be actually any horsey action in it. But you guys wanted to see everything, so this is all part of that process. And like I say, treating it as training. Not going to be doing anything silly or if we get to like a jump off or going for the time or anything like that. It is purely just training rounds and to get over some coloured poles in a more competition atmosphere. Anyways, I think I have rambled on. I say it's a short and sweet vlog, and actually it's just me waffling for the majority of the time. So I'm going to pop this back into my car. I'm going to wheel that wheelbarrow up to the top, hitch up, and then give Addie a little groom. Spritey's first naked roll of 2025. Already been down once. Good girl. Oh, I've got some chaff and scissors. Horse box is nowhere to be seen because I've driven it out the lane. Chet dogs are in their beds, and they are. I was thinking, do I bring them, but then I have to sit in the car whilst I ride, and actually all they're going to do is have a car journey, which Millie probably would enjoy, but Nala most definitely wouldn't. And just a bit of chaff before she rides, and perhaps after as well. So that'll be all good. Pop that in the car. And yeah, I didn't do the haylage. I need to do the haylage in a minute. But yeah, the car's just here. Oh guys, it's Emily's been a little bit silly this morning. So obviously I said that I was coming on my own, which has been absolutely fine. Travelling up, it's been beautiful, really nice drive. I have definitely been here before with Lola. Definitely, now that I've gotten here. And it looks like we are show jumping outside. I'll go down and find out where they are timing wise. But Chris has got football today, and quite far away, Camelford. And I was speaking to him on the way up, and I was like, oh, I'm just ringing you just to have a little chat because it's quite lonely when I'm on my own. And I said, I actually have got a funny feeling that you're playing football quite close to where I'm going. It's literally 6 minutes up the road. 6 minutes, and he could have come with me. He could have filmed for me, and then I could have dropped him to football. I don't know why why my brain didn't twig more of it yesterday, but never mind. And then whilst I've got closer to the venue, I've then had the epiphany that I've forgotten my jacket. So out of the way, and this is why you do it, because I am so out of the way. Obviously clearly missing mum as well, because I think that is one of the things that my mum always says, have you got your jacket? Oh, and I even looked at and I was like, body protector 0.2, no, don't need it. The jacket is right next to it. Emily, why did your brain not go, yes, but you do need a jacket? I am okay, because I have got, so thankfully I've got sleeves on my show shirt, so that's okay, because you're not actually allowed to go sleeveless. I might be a bit cold. I mean, I've worn the most bright coloured jumper as well, so it's not even like this is navy and I could perhaps get away with it. But I have got my SEIB waistcoat, which is quite smart looking. I'm just going to have, I think, cold arms, but it's okay. It's okay. It's all right. Oh, light's still on. Let's not get a flat battery. That would be good, wouldn't it? Hi, Addie. Where are we, my sweetheart? You're a good girl. Hiya. Say hi. Like there. Yeah, so let's go have a little look down. You can watch the show jump, and I thought that'd be a nice little place where you can look. Oh, good girl. I actually need to find a toilet too. So yeah, let's go down. It is beautiful. I did half wonder whether they might have done show jumping inside, but nope, it's outdoors, which is nice. And actually it is nice when it's outdoors because you've got a little bit more room than indoors. And obviously for eventing, that's exactly what we want. Yay! So the warm-up is inside. Good girl. Just like that. Well done. Keen to get going, aren't you, today? But yeah, they're all in our class now. Quite a few of us are all in here to get ready to warm up together. So that's all good. Let's see. How are you feeling? You're doing very good. Very good. Now, admittedly, I do find that Addie can actually be quite spooky in indoor arenas, what with the sunlight coming through and things around the side, but she was actually such a good girl and warmed up really, really nicely. We then moved outside to start our rounds, so starting with the 90, we had a lovely shot over fence 1, then a quick canter trot canter, change of leg, and then over fence 2. Now, something that I hope that you guys obviously are getting from my training vlogs is I am really focusing on straightness, whether that is before, during the fence or after. So the leading legs at the moment is not my priority. Staying straight and not wanting to cause an imbalance for Addie is sort of more of my priority at the minute. So it does mean that we have to do a few canter trot canters. She did come around that corner quite spooky, but thankfully we did manage to get it back together, and then onto that dog leg there, and then we come right around because this is almost like turning back on yourself, and she should have been off of my inside leg a little bit better there, a little bit boingy, but got a nice stride. And actually, as you'll see throughout all the rounds, she does start to pick up naturally getting the right lead. Sometimes she changes in front, so we still need to come back and do the quick canter trot canter change, but she does, as these rounds go on, get more of the correct lead, or starts to do the flying changes herself as I bring her back. Now obviously the second half is timed, but I wasn't treating it like that or as a jump off at all. But we had a lovely clear in the 90. Now going straight into the meter, it was quite quick concession, and I didn't have my phone on me to sort of vlog or do anything, little debriefs of each round individually, so I do it at the end. So this is going to be a bit of a long voiceover, but we're now onto the meter. So I just did a circle there just to sort of get her back on her hocks, engage the canter, and then pushed her on, and then just rebalanced just before fence 1. We were a little bit off, but we had good connection, so it was nice. And actually she landed there on the left lead, which was good. And then here I thought we had a nice line and a nice jump, but we did unfortunately have that one down. We then just lost it a little bit around there. You saw that she went disunited, but regained it back. But actually it probably all stems from that corner. We lost it, and then that's caused problems down through there. I thought she was going to take a bit more of a flyer, but actually she decided to chip in, but she did get her feet up and out of the way. We got it back nicely for the double. Then here, like I say, that's a classic example. She changed in front but didn't change behind, so just making sure that we do come back to the trot, pick up the nice canter. We had a much better corner around there. She did a lovely flying change in the middle of that dog leg, and again here, now even going from left to right. So she will favour landing on the right lead. I am fully aware of that, but actually she does try to do the changes both ways. And we did unfortunately have that one down. I thought we had a nice line to that, but when you watch it from this angle, I don't think that we were straight. And then we were a bit too strung out over that one, but this is me being super hyper critical, if I'm honest. And we did get it back nicely for that fence. And then here, coming around to the final fence of this round. And it wasn't a terrible round, but I just could see that there was room for improvement. She got a lovely, and she stayed really nice and straight. We had a wobble just before because you could see her quarters come out, but actually she got lovely and straight for actually jumping the fence. And then the guys that were running the show were really kind and let me go in HC. So there she had changed in front, and the more I asked her to come back, she then actually caught up and changed behind. We got a better jump over fence 2 and a better sort of landing and moving away from the fence, so we didn't get into that kerfuffle. And then we came down nicely to fence 3. I stayed out a little bit wider on that dog leg, didn't cut it, and we then got the correct and nice strides down through there. Here it was like, just make sure that I keep my shoulders up, we stay straight, and you can see again she's then landed on the correct lead, So it just makes it a little bit more flowing. I am fully aware of that. I say flowing, and then there that just looked rather speedy, which I know, and this is what I do in a round like this. I do allow things to get strung out, so this is why it is so crucial for me to get out and to be practicing these competition atmospheres. It is all part of the training, and it's really good for me to watch back. And yes, I probably overanalyze quite a lot, but it's good to do that. Just here, like you can see there, that's typical Emily. Sees a long one, let's ride to the long one, when actually I should sit up, balance, and let's have one more stride in there. Let's wait for it. We do get this back nicely, and she jumped over that, so it was a really good round, and I was pleased with everything that we did that day. Oh, having a little snack now, aren't you, before we get on the road to get home? But I am so chuffed with her. Admittedly, I haven't watched anything back, and I do like to watch it back and then come on, but I just thought I'd do a little update before we leave. Huge thank you to Hannah for filming all of my rounds. Just felt I didn't ride great on the first half of the meter, and then we got it back. I sort of had that reset, and just thought, I'm riding like a sack of potatoes, Emily, come on. So went and asked if I could ride HC, and went in again, and I was much happier with that round. I felt like I was on it from the very beginning. We did have a couple of quite close ones, but not anything that I'm overly worried about at this moment in time. Let me watch it and see what I say then. But she was very, very quick with her feet. This is what I'm going by without actually looking. A bit lazy on fence 2 to have it down, and then fence 8 she literally just tapped, and I actually thought, well, I was told I had a nice line, nice stride, and we just a little toe, and I bet it's probably because I didn't stay straight over the fence. Actually, now I think about it, going back to my lesson with Tim, I bet I didn't stay straight in my body, and that's what upset the scale. But otherwise I did feel like I was conscious of my shoulders, keeping the canter engaged. But she jumped really well, she was happy, and I think, to be honest, that is probably the best canter I've felt going around rounds that we've ever had. So the hard work is paying off, isn't it? Hey, you're a good girl. Been offered a drink. Got an itchy nose. Having some food. I'll just finish up packing up. We did actually come first in the 90. I mean, it's out of 2, so me and Phoebe had a first and a second, twisted around, but very pretty rosettes. And they were really chilled and laid back here as well, which was really, really nice, and allowing me to go in again. So yeah, they are our rosettes. Nice orange and a nice greeny blue, like a teal. Oh, so much so that Emily's throwing it on the floor. But yeah, been very good. So we're going to get home, and then I will catch up with you guys when I have watched my rounds. I mean, you probably heard my voiceovers in it, to be fair, but I just feel like I want to come on and finish it when I know that I've watched them back. Just coming back in the lane, and I don't think I've ever shared this on a vlog, but this makes me giggle. So she travels like a dream, and then the moment I'm about a mile from home and on the back road, she knows. And she's probably not going to be like it now, but she pushes around her hay net. She is just so like, we're almost home, and it's just so funny how impatient she is. And it is literally only when we're about a mile, which is what makes me giggle. Otherwise she just is happily munching, snoozing, looking out the window, and then she gets ants in her pants and is like, yeah. She's so funny. Dear of her. Is anybody else's horses like that? Know when they're home from looking out the window? Very clever. I did promise her a naked roll, so here we go. That was actually a lot less eventful than I thought it was going to be. I thought she was going to go down onto the other side, and then, I mean, she did gallop off a little bit and have a little bit of a woohoo moment, but yeah, it wasn't as eventful or as much as I thought she'd like. Oh, should I take that back? I don't know what's the matter with her. Oh, going for a drink. I feel like there's a woohoo moment coming. Oh, Spritey, careful! Careful! Maybe I should stop watching you. Whoa! It's lovely. You be careful, you old lady. Oh, Spritey, you're looking fab. I know you need a glow up, but actually your condition and all, you're looking so good. Oh, my ponies are full of... Look at you go, Spritey! Oh, careful. Oh, I don't want to watch you. I think you're the instigator here. Careful, darlings, you're going to be hurting tomorrow. I'm going away. How old are you? Oh my goodness, I went to clean my horse box out and they had settled, and then all of a sudden they started again. I've got it on my phone then, but even Spritey was busting out the move. She's going to be sore tomorrow, bless her, but it is nice to know that they are feeling well. It's just, you worry when the ground is like that they're going to pull something or, yeah, basically do damage, and you just don't want to have damage. So I videoed them for a little bit, obviously, and then I stepped away. But I have to say, I am loving this show jumping malarkey. You get back, it's daylight, lovely. I have actually emptied all of my car, cleaned out my horse box, as I said. That's here in the wheelbarrow. I've just got left is basically do the stables for this evening, and I'm going to do a deep muck out, so that is done for the weekend. But I have also sat down and watched all 3 rounds back, and I have to say I'm actually over the moon. They went much better than what I think I thought they were going to go. I was trying to, obviously, like you do, stay positive, but I thought I was kind of being easy on myself that we haven't been out and done any rounds for a long time. So if we do have a few mishaps and it doesn't go quite that well, not to worry about it, but actually it went really well. Yes, we still had a few dodgy strides. She was super sorting out her legs on a couple of fences. Yeah, we had a couple down. I actually do think that both the poles we had is because Emily did not stay straight. Number 2, I'm already thinking about that we've got to turn quite tightly to fence 3, and fence 8, I was thinking about the left lead of landing because we've got a dog leg back to 9. And yeah, I've watched it like you do. Zoom in, pause it on the spot, watch it frame by frame, and I do think that is exactly why we had the pole down. I just made her go out of balance so that then she tapped it with a back hoof. But the approach, everything like that was all good. And actually going around, potentially in the first round of the meter, this is being really overcritical now, but hey, that's me, is I just think I was allowing the canter to get too strung out again. I needed to keep it a little bit more together. I do think I was much better with my shoulders throughout all the rounds, and I do feel like I can remember being quite, like, having that going in my head. But actually, for the first time of jumping for a little while, I'm going to take it. Absolutely, really, really pleased, and actually really enjoyed it. It's probably the first time I've come away from show jumping and been like, I actually really enjoyed those rounds. I feel like the work we've been putting in with the canter and the jumping and everything that we've done over, well, the last few months is all coming together really, really nicely. And I'll be honest, it's giving me a lot more confidence as well in myself. I don't need the confidence in Addie. I know that she's amazing and I've got the confidence there, but maybe actually the confidence from Addie into me as well. So yeah, really, really pleased. I have got to admit, I've spoken to Tina and Susie up at the National Equine Show on the way up and on the way back. And yeah, I definitely do have a bit of FOMO, but like Tina said, at least today went well, and that you haven't come away and it didn't go very well and then you think, well, I should be up there. So I am pleased that I put our training first, as much as I am feeling like I'm missing out with being up there and seeing everybody. That's what I really love, is catching up with all the brands, saying hello. Because we are so far down in Cornwall, we don't always get to see our lovely brands that do support us. It is often over the phone, messages, those sort of things. And then when there are shows on like this, it is nice to go and actually catch up face to face. So apologies to those brands that I am not there in person. But I hope everybody who has gone to the National Equine Show this weekend has had a wonderful time, grabbed yourself a bargain, found out about some new products. There has been a new product launched by the lovely team at Dry Rug, and apparently are available online as well. So do be sure to go and check that out. I was just trying to find their logo on the Dry Rug. There we go. Really, really good day. I am buzzing. I am chuffed to bits, and actually I can't wait to get back and watch my rounds a little bit more. But I hope you guys, as always, have enjoyed today's video. Do leave me down a comment below. I want to know, are your horses out naked? Have they had their first naked day of 2025? And are they like mine and full of, I want to say spring hell? No, it's spring enthusiasm. Loving life. I thought Addie might have been tired after doing 3 rounds and travelling up and back and all that. She's had quite a busy week. She will have a little bit of a quieter week next week, although we still have got a couple of lessons, so keeping up on that. But it'll just be nice mooches in between, and she's got a very well-deserved day off tomorrow. And lastly, it really does help me out, guys, so if you don't already, please do subscribe to my channel. And until the next video, I will see you all then.